Hi everybody, it's Nancy with Nancy's Hooked on Crochet. How's everybody doing? It's already July 25th. Where does the time go? Well, I've been busy. I've been crocheting, of course, and doing other things around the house and taking care of my grandbaby. So recently I finished this poncho I made it special for a friend that wants to, wants to purchase it. So it's just getting ready to go to New York. So I'm not in New York anymore. And I made it with this mandala. Actually, colors, I don't know, the colors look pretty good in here. I'll show you which mandala I used. It was one of the reduced ones. I paid $3 each, and I ended up going into the third cake. So it's this one, Wizard. I actually picked up two new ones. So I have two new ones. I got it at Walmart, also on sale for $3 each. But I did find a bunch of stuff at Walmart like this week, and yeah, I think last week and this week I was back at the Walmart and I found some more yarn. So it's been a lot of yarn hauls lately. So I got two of these, two of the Wizard, like from the poncho. One second. And I found these for $1. Red Heart with Love, and the name of the color, or the colorway is Boysenberry. It's really pretty. So maybe I could make a shawl with this. It has 315 yards, but it's a 4. I have other yarn like similar color, not similar color, similar type. And I found there was a whole bunch of this for 75 cents at the other Walmart I go to sometimes. Hometown USA. This one's like a gray with a black mixed in. And I got 3 of them. I could have got more, but actually these had less yardage than the solid colors. And they weren't marked, so I just happened to scan that one. I already had 2 of these, and I'm working on something with this. I'm working on a cowl, and I'm trying to make a hat, and followed a tutorial, and it seems like it's eating up more yarn than I thought of, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to rip it and start over or not. I mean, I'm not in love with using the big hook, although the thick yarn, this is number 6. You know, it works up quickly. I just seem like I don't like the big hook. We'll see. Maybe I'll get better at it. So anyway, this was called Dallas Gray, and I found it for 75 cents. I got 2 of them at this Walmart. I had found some of this type of yarn for $1 each at like a Goodwill a while ago. And I kept saying I should make something with it. I should make something with it. Because my son's coming to visit. So I was thinking I'd try to make a couple of hats for him, for my sons, and my son's girlfriend before they get here in a couple of weeks. I did make her a poncho. So this was like the second poncho I made recently. So I've made 4 ponchos so far in that style. So I also found 4 of these beautiful greens. I like it, and it wasn't marked. Actually, it was, you go into Walmart and they have like this high shelf, and I had a feeling it was on sale. So I took a knitting needle and and I snagged it. So this is called Montpelier Peacock. Here, look. I don't know if you can see the name. Anyway, and this one's like a burgundy color. It's called Napa Valley Pinot, like the wine, Pinot. I got these for 75 cents. So I got 4 of each of these, 2 colors. There's more. I also found, wait a second. I found one of these in the clearance at my Walmart. See? I love purples. And they only had the one. I kept saying I wish they, although I had the lighter color, I could have, and I had a dark purple. I could have done something with that, but I found 2 more at the other store, so they were $2 each. Just to show you, mostly everything was 75 cents, except for the Karen Simply Soft. So I was at the Dollar Tree the other day, and I saw I had bought this at the Dollar Tree. This is like for the ruffled scarf, and I made a couple of them. I still have some more that I haven't done because it takes a long time. You use the whole bowl, and I don't know if they're really wearing them today. So when I was at the Dollar Tree the other day, I saw they had a different kind of, it wasn't this exactly, but it was similar, like a ribbon. They had a couple of different colors, and I went to a different Dollar Tree looking for something else, and they had the same thing in another color, and that was pretty, and I was really tempted. But I really don't want any more of this kind of stuff. I don't sew, so I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. So I found this at the Dollar Tree, these storage bags, and it comes with 3 in them. And what happened was when I was done making the poncho and some other things, I have something else that's waiting to go to its owner. I want to make sure I keep it clean because I don't have a lot of space in my closet. And I found these bags, and what I did was, I'll show you it. It's like a Ziploc bag. So when I ship it to the person, you know, I know it's sealed up in a bag. And it's also good for storing my yarn until I get around. Actually, I'm working on a project and I'm using it. I'm putting the yarn in there and pulling the thread from the ball. See? I'll show you. Where is it? I have a few whips. For a change, I have more than one. So I'm making something in black and white. So here I have the yarn in here. I was looking for a number 3, and I was looking for brown and black and white and number 3 yarn, and I couldn't find any brown. I could find white, but I couldn't find black. But this one's from Pound of Love, and I picked it up at AC Moore because a lady from my church wants me to make her a black and white shawl. I wore one. She met me. We were at a ladies' ministry thing the other night, last week. So I was wearing this pink, it's called Cake and Candle shawl. And she said first she said she'd like it in the pink, and I had more of that yarn. I was so excited. And then she said, oh, I'd really like one in black and white. And I said, I can make it in black and white. So that's what I've been kind of working on. I'm not quite there yet. See? It's in the works. So I'm going to keep going with the black for a bit, and then I'll switch back to the white. I'm not changing every row. Hopefully she'll like it. If she doesn't like it, I'm going to like it. I'll show you the one that I wore that she said she wanted the same pattern. It was, you could see it. This one's a lot bigger. So, I mean, I like my shawls on the big side. Some people, this is much softer. This was a mandala cake. And that's a Pound of Love. And it's much thinner than the Karen 1 pound, because I'm making this other thing with Karen 1 pound in brown, because my friend wants brown. She wants it to go with her clothes. They don't want any colors. I like the colors. And I'm doing it in you know, I made a shawl already, and I showed her the shawl I had, which is nothing like what she's going to get because she's getting a solid brown. And I made some with the shawl and the ball yarn. Came out really pretty a while ago. So that was one whip. Then I had bought that, this, I had this in the house, and I decided to make a cowl. Wait, let me take this off. I didn't put the buttons on yet, and I'm going to add a row. It's not for me because I live in South Florida. It's really hot. But this is cool. Like, if you don't want to have I still have my ends out. So, needs 3 buttons. So I had some buttons, and I didn't really think it went. It needs 1 more row. So it's almost done. So I took the coupon. I went to AC Moore, and I was on the hunt for buttons. So I bought a bag of buttons. I didn't know buttons were this expensive. I mean, so it says it's a pound of buttons, but I really wanted bigger buttons in case I decide to make a few more of those cowl things. When I'm done with these shawls, I'm working on 2 shawls right now. I'm going to just make some smaller things for a while. Maybe like some washcloths because I got a lot of cotton. Maybe some of these cowls, maybe some hats. I'm like tired of shawls and ponchos. I need a break from that. Although I enjoy them, I just don't feel like when I'm finished with these, I'm going to do something different. And I'm trying to make a hat to go with it. Right? It's supposed to, it's not enough in the one skein. I'm not sure. It's supposed to fold over. See? It's supposed to fold over, and it's not, long enough yet for me to sew it together. So it's got to become like double this. It's eating a lot of yarn. That's okay. I love it. It's really soft. And either my son or his girlfriend or my other son maybe will claim the hat. Definitely. I don't know if guys wear these things. If you put like a masculine button on there, so they don't have to wear they could tuck it in their jacket. Maybe with a silver button. I got these ones with little emblems on them. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. So I have this. I have 4 whips. I mean, this is like 90% done. So that's what I've been up to. Yarn shopping. Oh, here, I forgot this stuff. I found this, and I'm not sure. I went into my Walmart, I think it was last week. I don't know, maybe it was Friday. And I saw this. Let me get one. One doesn't have a price on it. Seems like they didn't put it all out. They love putting stuff on that shelf. So here, for $1. This is called Unicorn. So, I mean, eventually I think it could make a really nice baby blanket or something. Eventually I'd like to maybe attempt again to make a baby sweater. The one baby sweater I made for my grandbaby was too tiny. I followed a tutorial, and she did the smallest one. And if you wanted the sizes for the bigger ones, you needed to buy the pattern, and I was being cheap, I guess. So it came out cute, but it was too small. So I have these, and I might have more in the closet. And I got 2 of these. It has green and gray, like dark gray and light gray and white. 2 colors of green. It's real pretty. And I know I could make a shawl with 2 of these, but I'm taking a break on the shawls. Or I could make a blanket. Possibilities are endless. So, that's all. I'm trying to get more organized with the yarn. My sons are coming to visit soon, and I have like a dresser built into the closet in the guest room. And I had it full of yarn, so I had to like move my yarn around so I could make room for the guests. They don't come that often, like once a year if I'm lucky. They're busy working and stuff like that, So that's the story. Just I'm still enjoying my crocheting and watching everybody's channels and everything. And just sometimes I start to crochet and I get to a certain point and I'm too tired because I've been watching the baby and this and that. So, but the other night, that's when I did the cowl. I had come home and I had watched the baby that day and I had been up really early and I conked out at like 8:30 and I woke up at 1 in the morning and I couldn't sleep. I had insomnia, so I started watching all these tutorials, and then that's when I started working on that cowl thing. I started, I said maybe this one I could do, and I was still awake and I just felt so awake that I just said let me start this, and I did the whole thing except for I ran out of yarn, but I have more yarn, so I'm going to make it that one extra row I have to do. But I like it. I mean, I would have liked one of those if I was still in New York and I was dealing with the winter, you know. And I have all these other colors. I mean, I was thinking about doing an Estee shop, but then all of a sudden they started saying if they spent $30, now they want you to pay for their shipping. And meanwhile, I'm, getting a couple of people asking me to make them things, and I can only make stuff so fast. I don't have really enough stuff to stick on there, so you know. I mean, I do have a couple of shawls I made and I really didn't wear them, so I could sell them if I wanted to. But like I said, I'm going to do some other stuff. I'm going to maybe make some washcloths or pot holders. I just saw a tutorial on pot holders because I have a lot of cotton and I haven't touched it in a while. And I just feel like doing like little projects that you could knock out, a couple of things in a day. I want to lighten the load. So tell me what you're doing. What's on your hook? That's what's on mine, and I'm liking how it's kind of like the black and white, and I'm thinking that I could see myself making more stuff in black and white. I don't really like working with the black yarn, but if you're using a little black yarn with the white, it's a nice contrast. So, and people like black. They like to be able to buy something with, that it could go with all their wardrobe, it seems. I mean, me, I like colors. I've got a collection of shawls already for myself. Oh, I didn't show you the brown shawl. I forgot the one I'm working on. First, I'll show you the shawl the one that I did this same stitch with. I probably showed you this a few weeks ago when I finished it. This one. The one that I made with the shawl and the ball. So you could see the pattern. See, there's like big shells. I just love this shawl. I'll have to get some more shawl in the ball eventually. I got it on sale. I used like 1.5 balls to do that. So here's the one I'm making for my friend in brown. Wait, let me find the bottom. Oh, it's the same stitch, only this yarn is heavier. But she wants it for the fall, so piece of my hair. It's not, it's coming along. I think I'm going to work on the black and white one a little more because she's not really in a hurry for this. So that's where we're at. This is what I still have plenty of yarn. I think that the 1 pound Karen will do the trick. And I bought that yarn a long time ago to make this. But it was the beginning of the summer, and I made my friend a black one, and then I made her a white one, and then in the virus. And then she said, well, I don't need it till the fall, so I'm starting to work on the brown one so she can have it for like September. Or before that. That's the story. Anyway, excuse me, I got a tickle. So that's what I've been up to. Tell me what you've been up to. I want to get back to work, to crocheting. I didn't get too much crocheting done a couple of nights this week because I was worn out. Or I go out during the day. I like to get out of the house. So I do spend sometimes I'll spend like a couple hours in the morning crocheting, and then if I don't have the baby, then I might crochet in the afternoon or definitely the evening. It all depends. I have the baby like 2 afternoons a week, and then on Saturday usually. But sometimes we see him more, or that we see our son and his wife and the baby more. And that's the story. So, well, I missed you all, and I'm sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. So I'd like to thank everybody who's subscribed, and you could, if you like my channel, come back, hit the button, and I'll be back when these things are finished, or at least one of them, and I'll show you what I'm up to. Okay, and tell me what you're making. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Nancy's Hooked on Crochet.